Hey guys, how's your beautiful day going on this beautiful day? Today it is time to predict the AFC Championship and the NFC Championship. It's going to be a really short video because there's only 2 games. I had another idea, but I may have procrastinated until the last moment and I don't have the time to execute the better idea. So we're just going to predict the games like we normally do. Last week I went 4-0, which means on the playoffs this year I am now 6-4. What a bounce back, because I started 2-4 and got the same amount of wins in the same amount of games. To start off with the NFC Championship game, which I know is the game that's coming second, but my team is the Broncos, so we're just going to talk about them second. This is probably the Super Bowl if we're being honest, because the other 2 teams, one team doesn't have his quarterback, and the other team, the Patriots, don't seem like a great team right now. Now, we've seen these guys go at it twice. The big reason why I should probably pick the Rams is because of Sam Darnold's performances in the previous 2 games. Anytime that they've had to put the ball in the hands of Sam Darnold, 4 interceptions in the first game. In the first half of the second game, he threw 2 interceptions. And I will say, in the second half of the second game, he was pretty good. But last week, you did not have to ask Sam Darnold to do anything. He only threw 17 passes. He only had 124 yards and a touchdown. You really were not asking Sam Darnold to do much of anything last week. This week, you're probably going to have to ask something of him, because the Rams are going to be able to slow this run game down, which is going to slow this offense down. So if you want to beat the Seahawks, you're going to have to make Sam Darnold beat them. And I think that the Rams can do that. The Seahawks defense is on another level right now, though. It is a top 2 defense. They fly around. They are so good at handling their assignments. But this week, they're dealing with one of the better offenses in the league. And the last time that they faced each other, the Rams were able to still score 30-plus points on them. So I think that they're going to be able to score points at a relatively easy rate. Matthew Stafford has looked so good this year, and this wide receiver core looks good, and this defense really does look good. This defense last week had 3 interceptions. They were stopping the Bears consistently, and the Bears are a very good offense. The Rams defense and offense are going to come together, and as we thought much earlier in the season, the Rams are the team that are going to make it to the Super Bowl in a 30-27 game. Sam Darnold has a few key turnovers, maybe not a few, maybe a couple, that are going to cost the Seahawks precious possessions, which is going to cost them this game, and the Rams will win. The next game on the docket is the Broncos and the Patriots. I do believe that this is a game where whoever wins is probably not winning the Super Bowl, but I also do believe that it will be a close game. Denver's defense doesn't have to go up against an offense that's nearly as good as the Bills were last week and as heavy as the Bills were last week. They're not going to have to deal with that with the Patriots. They don't have nearly as good of an offensive line. Nick Bonito will be lining up against Will Campbell every single time, and Will Anderson absolutely destroyed Will Campbell last week. I think this Denver defense is going to be able to create turnovers. Drake May has been very turnover prone so far in this postseason. I'm pretty sure he has like 10 fumbles or something like that, or maybe it's like 6 fumbles and a couple picks. I don't know. He's had kind of a rough time in the playoffs so far, and I don't think our defense is going to create any less of a problem than the other defenses have. The Patriots are not going to be able to run the ball on this defense as effectively. The pass defense is what scares me a little bit, because we have seen good quarterbacks have good performances against this defense. Trevor Lawrence had a good performance. Besides 4 turnovers, Josh Allen had a decent performance in that game. If it weren't 4 turnovers, we probably lose that game. Even Jordan Love had a pretty decent performance against us, even though he threw a couple interceptions. This Denver defense is going to be able to get it done. And if Jarrett Stidham just doesn't turn the ball over, I think Denver wins this game. And in my personal opinion, if Bo Nix was playing, I would easily pick Denver. Like, I would pick Denver to have one of their first blowout wins in a long time, because I just feel like Denver is so well matched for this Patriots team. And again, Jarrett Stidham, as long as he doesn't turn the ball over, I really believe this team can win the game. It really sucks that Denver was not able to have J.K. Dobbins, because he would have been a huge part of this offense. J.K. would have been a huge reason why Denver would be able to have a chance to win this football game. If they can't get the run game going in this game, which teams have had a little bit of trouble against this Patriots defense, if they have trouble running the football. I have trouble believing that if we put the ball in the hands of Jarrett Stidham, we're going to end up coming out of this game with a win, which is a big reason why I believe we could possibly lose this game. Without J.K. Dobbins, I'm going to have to pick the Patriots to win. When I thought that J.K. Dobbins was coming back, which I thought he was a shoo-in for coming back, I don't know how all of a sudden he just, he practiced every day this week. I just don't understand how J.K. wasn't able to play. With J.K. not playing, I don't think Denver is going to be able to create enough offense to win this game. I think they can score like 17 to 20 points. I don't know. And maybe Jarrett Stidham has some breakout game and earns himself a bunch of money with a different team in the coming years. But, and hey, I really hope that that does happen. I am a Broncos fan. I want him to prove me completely wrong and score 40 points on Sunday, but I just don't think that that's going to happen. I think Drake May is going to be able to make enough big plays to give them the victory in this game. The Patriots win 21-17 and are going to Super Bowl 60. That is it for my predictions today. I know it's a really short video, but if you want to see any of the other videos that I've made this season, I've talked about the teams that have been eliminated. I've ranked quarterbacks and running backs. So go watch those videos if you're interested in more of my stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video.